What's poppin', fam? Welcome to Don't Touch My Mindset, a podcast that is designed to uplift, inspire, and motivate you, and most importantly, share tools to help you protect that mindset. Hello. Happy Mindset Day. I am your host, Jay Chase, and thank you so much for rocking with me. I'm feeling inspired, motivated, focused, but overall, I just feel good. Just happy to be here. If you haven't already, please follow the show, subscribe, whatever you want to call it nowadays. But ratings and reviews, it's really where it's at though. So Apple, please, ratings and reviews. Spotify, my Spotify peeps, you can now rate podcasts. Please go rate the show. Press the 5 stars, rate the show. Connect with me on Instagram at TheJChase. Let me know what you want to hear about. Let me know what you want some perspective on. Last week's mindset, all in, was suggested by a friend and a supporter of the show and a fellow podcaster, Jill. She hosts the Sober Power podcast. Please go check her out. She's one of my inspirators and just doing awesome things in the sober community. But to continue on that same theme, Claire suggested this week's mindset, dealing with taking an L. Like, how do we deal with losing or something not going our way and basically being a sore loser, failure? Let's just say it. How do we deal with failure? So I'm excited for today's episode and this week's mindset. If and when I fail. This is the hard, ugly truth about failure that nobody wants to look at. You're going to fail, and hopefully not, but most likely, you're going to fail. Even the scripture says, we have fallen short of the glory. I didn't know how deep this mindset hit me because if we zoom out and become reflective, I know failure all too well. All I know is failure. I grew up on failure, not in chasing my dreams or that aspect. We'll get to that part. But I feel like I failed for 24 years of my life. On my 24th birthday, I was in prison. Yeah, I know failure. I was an alcoholic, suffered physical and emotional abuse as a child, and didn't think I could be anything other than what my father was at that time. So yeah, I know failure. And he and I used to kick it. He honestly was my best teacher, and this is why I have a love-hate relationship with failure. And that's crazy because everything I know now was taught through probably some type of failure. If I think to the old saying, the stove is hot, don't touch it, then we still touch it and learn the hard way. Zooming out on that situation, we failed to follow directions and we got burned. We got hurt. Failing initiated some type of pain. And to just peel this back another layer, why do I feel like failure is the first thing we meet in this world as a newborn? When our needs, the things that we need as basic babies, when our needs, the things that we need to survive, if those needs are failed to be met, whether that is our fault or not, we get to know failure at a very, very young age. Through failure or failing or losing, we learn what not to do. We learn what doesn't work. We learn what doesn't bring us satisfaction. So next time when faced with that situation or something similar or something relatable, we know what didn't work. We know which route not to go. If we learn from our lessons, then of course we're going to choose the road that we didn't choose last time when it didn't work. Now, I do believe as we get older, the outcome of our failures become more harsh or more harmful to the mindset and a whole lot harder to recover from. But with that being said, let us remember that the older we are, the more we know, the more experience we have. the more lessons we have already learned. So we have less room for error or repeating the same mistake or the same failure. That's the beauty about life. As we get older, we learn more. But I definitely believe that we all know failure. I feel like there's a bigger question at hand, the big elephant in the room, as they say. How do we cope with failing? How do we deal with missing the mark, not hitting the bar, and falling short? How do we lose gracefully? In better words, that's the hard part. How do we fail like the beautiful angel that we are? Get up and shake it off? How do we do that? When we pour blood, sweat, and tears into something that we love and that we're so proud of, something that we just accomplished, and then all of a sudden it wasn't good enough, someone beat us, someone was better, someone didn't like it, someone wanted it taken down, we feel like we failed. We failed. We did not meet our own expectation of this thing being great, of what we saw in it, the potential. We lost. When it comes to a race, you either win or you lose. The black and white of the situation, there's winners, and then there's second place. I'm not going to say quitters because I know we all do our best. There's only one way I see it. The only way to lose gracefully or to fail with class is acknowledging the shortcomings. For pain is the catalyst to growth. We must acknowledge that pain, that shortcoming, so we can use that failure as a lesson learned. Now here's where it gets good. We use that fuel as fire. We get up, we do it again. Bigger, better, faster, harder, stronger. We learn from what didn't work. See, I believe humans are notoriously bad at self-evaluations. It takes a certain level of defeat for us to see our flaws, and that level could be someone else making us second, or us missing that mark or not hitting those goals that we set for ourselves. That's when we see that defeat. That's when we see those flaws. We acknowledge that pain, we pivot, and we come back harder. You use that failure as fuel to your fire. That's how you fail gracefully. That's how you take an L. That's the proper way. We have to pour that fuel on that little bit of fire that's left in us. After we've been kicked down, stomped out, we use that failure as fuel. Take it to the next level with that failure. Come back. Get up. Fall down 7. Get up 8 times. You know what they say. See, this is why I have a love-hate relationship with my homie Failure. Because it makes me feel like crap for a moment. But he's my biggest teacher in life, my oldest friend. I believe the proper way to lose gracefully all lies in the mindset and what we choose to do if and when we fail. And that's the beauty of it all. It all lies in the mindset. So we have that choice. We have that power. We can sit in our personal power if and when we fail to choose what to do with that. We can tuck our tail and go run away and never come back, or we can come back stronger, harder, faster, bigger, and better, and use that failure as fuel to our fire and a lesson learned. Because the only L that we take is a lesson learned. That's how you lose gracefully, in my opinion. Disagree? Let me know. Reach out to me. I really, 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 really hope this has helped you. I hope this has helped you take a different perspective to failure, if and when you fail. I hope this can encourage you to change your relationship with losing, and you can shift into the mindset of losing gracefully. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Please follow the show on Instagram @TheJChase. That's where I keep you updated with the show, what we're doing with the show, what's to come, what's been out already, everything. And that's where you get to know me just a little bit better. Please rate the show on Apple. And again, for my Spotify peeps, you can rate the show now. So 5-star rating. Matter of fact, if you send me a screenshot of you rating the show, wherever you listen to it at, I will send you some holiday cheer. Really, just tag me on Insta or just send me a DM with the screenshot of you rating the show 5 stars. If it resonates, then I will send you back some holiday cheer. Yo, we're back next week with the final mindset of 2021. Ooh, I'm excited. Until then, stay focused, stay inspired, and please, please, don't let anyone touch your mindset.